I know people are gonna be like, oh my god, that's so much butter. This channel's not for you then. Hello everyone, my name is Lisa and I'm the Viet Vegan because I'm Viet and I'm vegan, and today we're making a recipe that I wasn't intending to film, but I posted on Instagram yesterday and people were like, give me the recipe. So I was like, okay, here it is. It's just one of those meals that I just kind of whip together because I'm being lazy and I just like feel like eating whatever I feel like craving. This is a buffalo chicken bowl, I guess. Sometimes I feel like a lot of my bowls just end up being like greens, some sort of grain, veggies, and then like some sort of protein that's covered in sauce. Just a forewarning, this is not a healthy recipe. For people who are gonna come here being like, oh my god, that's too much salt, that's too much butter, that's too much whatever, like just back off, okay? This is one of the things that makes me happy, okay? I like a lot of hot sauce and a lot of butter. It's very simple, it requires very little prep. So today I'm using soy curls. Now, in my last recipe, you guys saw me use these soy curls. Basically, I just soak them in a little bit of vegetable broth, or water plus mushroom broth powder, which is what I have. Let it soak for like 10-15 minutes or while you prep other ingredients, squeeze out some liquid, and then coat them in sauce and cook them. I don't squeeze out all of the water from the soy curls. I basically just press with the back of a spoon over a sieve. A fine metal sieve like this. There's still a little liquid in this. If I squeeze this, there'd be like little yeah, there you go, little droplets of liquid. I don't know why I had to demonstrate that, but basically it's just not sopping wet, but I like to have a little bit of moisture because I don't want it to be like totally dry by the time I finish cooking all this. If you don't have access to soy curls, you can either order it online. I'll put a link down below and I'll put it in my Amazon shop. You can do this with tofu. You can just take like extra firm or firm tofu and just kind of like break it apart in like shreds almost. And you can pan fry those just so that they crisp up before adding the sauce like this. I have another recipe, a sponsored one from like a long time ago, where I did this to the tofu to add to pasta. It was really, really good. So if you want to do that, I'll leave a link if you want to see pictures of that, the method that I use. But you can also use chickpeas for this. You can use beans, sardine chicken strips. You can use whatever faux chicken you want. I just like soy curls because I just can have them in my cupboard. I'll leave all those links down below if you guys want soy curls, because I've had a lot of DMs of people being like, where do you find your soy curls in Canada? I want soy curls. Where do I get soy curls? It's like, okay, here it all is. So we have a pan over here preheating, and basically our sauce contains butter and hot sauce, an absurd amount of both, but it's okay, that's just what it is. And then I add garlic to add extra flavor because I don't want just hot sauce flavor. This is Frank's Red Hot. Like I said, don't be alarmed at the amount of butter this is. You just wanna melt that down, and you wanna add your hot sauce. If you guys are wondering what this like streaky bit is, it's just butter because I use the same spoon. So we're gonna add our hot sauce. You're also gonna add some garlic powder. Just mix everything really quickly. It cooks pretty quickly, so now you add in your strained soy curls. Normally I probably make just like a half pack, but because Eddie really liked this, I'm making a whole one. Oh my god, it tastes so good already. Oh, I feel like another thing that I totally forgot to mention is that you need to have some quinoa prepared. Now I cooked this yesterday in a rice cooker, but you can cook it on the stove. I'll leave instructions on the blog for either a rice cooker or the stove. If you have a rice cooker, it makes it very fluffy and very easy. It's very set it and forget it. So you just kind of cook this off. It's gonna start browning. I like having the little browned edges. That means it's like pretty crisp on the outside. It's nice and seared, and that's why you want to use like a good amount of butter, because that'll also help it crisp up on the outside. But yeah, that's just gonna do its thing. Let's prep these bowls. I'm so weird today. To start off our bowl, we're gonna put in some lettuce. So I like to add a hefty amount of lettuce. This is just some romaine that's been washed, spun, chopped up. Then we have some quinoa in here. Depending on how hungry you are, add as much as you want. I feel semi-hungry, so that's like, I don't know, about a cup of cooked quinoa, probably. Tomato, and then some cucumber. Delicious. And then we have a sauce as well. I'm not gonna say this is technically a ranch dressing. Honestly, I didn't do very much research as to what goes inside ranch dressing, but this is my creamy, dilly, herby sauce, because like buffalo and ranch tend to go together. But yeah, this is what I do. I honestly just throw a bunch of like dried herbs that I have on hand with mayo and lemon juice, and voila, a sauce. You can use your own ranch sauce that is vegan from the grocery store, but this is just easy mayo saucy goodness. Cue the montage of this getting browned and cooked and adding this, and then we'll have a little feast. This is the bowl. Like I said, with the soy curls, you just want to like cook them until they brown, but like they're pretty much like done whenever, so. Let's give it a taste. The first time I made this recipe, I actually went probably a little too hard on the buffalo. I probably like added a half cup of hot sauce when I made it, but I like this amount. It's still orange, it's still flavorful, but it's not like, whoa, that's a lot of hot sauce. But you know, you can go very liberal with this hot sauce if you want to. This is a very fast and loose recipe. Follow me on Instagram to see other meals like this that I post, just like cooking in my fridge. I've been doing a lot of stories. It's been pretty fun. And you know what? This aligns really well with the Canadian food guide. The math is a little wonky on this one, but this is pretty much like half veggies and then like a quarter protein and a quarter carbs. So yeah, this is pretty much the recipe. It makes about like 6 to 8 normal size portions of the buffalo chicken, or like 4 if you're like me and you eat just a lot of food. I really like soy curls, but yeah, like I said, you can do this with tofu, you can do this with TDP, you can do it with the Gardein chicken strips. This just happens to be cheap and in my pantry, so that's what I'm doing. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a delicious day. Bye-bye. It's really easy to pull together. It's one of the things that I like to pull out whenever I'm like, pull out.